You're still the leader of an army, you're still a spellcaster, you're still on the battlefield, you have an opponent in front of you that you have to defeat. But this time you collect cards and you play those cards that represent your various creatures and spells and powers and abilities on the battlefield. One other important thing about Duel of Champions, this is a game that will come with a single player campaign dedicated to discovering the powers of the board. So that's why we introduced you those powers at the beginning. And to discuss really more into detail about Duel of Champions, and especially to make a live demo in front of you, I will call Emile and David. They will introduce themselves and be your superstars or your champions, basically.
Okay, I know you guys probably think we must hate you to keep you stuffed in this room right now, but bear with us. It is wrapping up really shortly. To make you excited about the Duel of Champions, we'll throw in an AC with each purchase.
Hello everyone, so I am Emile and this is David. We are from Ubisoft Quebec City in Canada, so it's a pleasure to be with you guys today. We're here to introduce you to a brand new installment for the Might and Magic franchise. So this is Duel of Champions. And Dave, is this a brand new one?
Of course not. We've got 26 years at Might and Magic, and we really don't want to destroy that by putting new gods, new races, and new spells and effects. So we are going to be taking all the heritage of 26 years, and we're going to be putting it into this card game. And how we do that, we're going to explain it to you very shortly. We have the epic locations in this card game. Oh, another important thing is all card art has not been reused from any concept of any other games. We do not want to make this a cheap rip-off just to try to grab one. This was all done in the Quebec studio, in-house, not even third parties. Epic locations, we have Stronghold, Haven, Necropolis, and we also have a fourth one that gets unlocked as you play the game, which is Stronghold. We have legendary heroes, of course, because no hero game would be complete without them. And probably about each faction, right at the start, have 4 heroes. And each hero has unique abilities. The ones that you'll play in live demos behind you will literally be very basic and simple to get used to the game. The more advanced ones will be ones that can actually destroy cards. Other ones can get you 2 more resources. It's a little bit more complex, but they do affect each deck quite differently.
And as you can see, we really put the emphasis on the really high quality graphics because as it is a 2D card game, it was very important to have like really epic heroes and epic locations and stuff like that. So we have really a talented team of really good artists that worked like Dave here, and that were really great on putting together all of these cards. But it also looks like a virtual gallery, because it was very important to us to have high-quality graphics that almost look like paintings.
And no card game would be complete without the mass destruction spells that all the players love to play with. We have ones that wipe out all the ground units, we have other ones that wipe out the air units, and we have other ones, Armageddon, which wipe the whole board. We also have your favorites like Time Jump, Town Portal, all those ones would make an appearance in our card game.
This card is maybe one of my favorites. This is called Armageddon. It inflicts like 10 points of damage to all creatures on the board. So there's nothing more satisfying when you're playing against a guy like Dave than when you're about to lose, you just put out Armageddon and you clear the whole board.
And then I throw the computer at him, so I win in the end. Okay, so card games have boards of creatures, and we have boards of creatures in this game. We have so many that we need 4 slides of this to show you how the creatures work. We really don't want you going up against another deck that looks exactly the same as your deck. We want everybody's player experience to feel custom-made and their decks to feel custom-made. Even by taking the same Stronghold creatures or Haven units and playing with a different hero, the heroes affect all your cards in your deck. So this really is about you being your own hero of your own army in basically a card game. So Haven will be making an appearance in the starting one. Inferno, Necropolis, and Stronghold, which you have to kind of build up to. But it doesn't mean it's more powerful, it's just you have to build it up. So, this is where we start losing people here. So please bear with us. This is the Battleground. It's a little bit complex right at the beginning because unlike other card games, we want to make this more chess-oriented. Not to say it's going to be as complex as chess, but we wanted to give a bonus to being very strategic. So where you place your cards right at the beginning does matter. It affects how you play. So here's the board. Units will go around in this area with 2 heroes on either side, basically battling it out. And then quickly, spells will affect columns sometimes, or rows. And then some can be ongoing, which we place here.
The goal is really to attack the opponent's hero. So you play basically in a horizontal way. So you put your units, you have units on the back row, units on the front row. You can put spells on this column that will block attacks or effects these rows. So you always have to attack the hero on the next side.
It can be a quite defensive game where you're blocking. Basically, you place place a creature, then he places a creature. Then I might place a creature here, but then I might put a spell that will allow me to go in and hit his hero. So you'll get a chance to play behind. We don't really want to go into too much detail there because it's hard. Oh, another thing from Heroes that we wanted to adapt to our card game to make it different from all the other card games out there is weekly events. Heroes has this great ability where every week there could be something that can affect your armies quite a bit, or your spells. We want to add that little bit of randomness, that specialty, to our card game, where you don't always know what's going to be played this turn. Each turn, a random card will be placed up there that can affect your army. And you get to see that card, so you can kind of anticipate, okay, maybe I want to start laying out spells instead of creatures because I can see the card coming. And I can use it to draw more cards or to boost up my creatures. So that's just the event how we get to.
All right.
And we will do a lot.
Before doing the live demo, we would like to introduce you to the 4 game pillars that we have here. 4 very important features to the game. The first one is free to play. I mean that the whole game is free. It's a client-based game, so you download the client, install it, and launch the game. It's all free, and you can have access to the whole cards, to the same features that if you will be monetizing. Of course, you can put real money in the game, and you can purchase boosters, some special packs and stuff like that. But if you don't monetize, you can still purchase with these packs and these special cards with in-game currency. In this case, it is gold. So it's not a pay-to-win type of game. It's if
Pay
you
to
want,
play faster.
yeah, pay to play faster. But you have no more advantage that if you will be playing for free. It would just take a little longer to get cards and boosters and things like this. But it's basically free to play, and we will totally assume it. Second thing is that it's a strategy card game. So we took the universe of Might and Magic and put a lot of strategies in it. So you have all of the deck building features. You can choose the cards you want to play depending on your gameplay style. In my case, I'm more melee oriented, so I like to have strong units, strong battling and brawling units. And on Dave's side, he prefers to have a more spell-oriented deck. So it is his choice to build his deck his own way. Other thing is competition. We have a great matchmaking system that will make you fight against opponents of your level. So you won't fight against Dave on your first try of the game. So you will always fight against opponents of your level. So it's a good thing. Other thing is that we have daily tournaments, so you can subscribe and play tournaments with your friends, with other opponents from all around the world, and higher rank level players will be rewarded for their performance. And one of my favorite game pillar on this game is it is a cross-platform game. So we really thought of a cross-platform philosophy when we designed the game. So actually we will do a live demo. What we can do right now is that the game is available on the PC, on a closed beta, but we also have a working iPad version, so it is very great, and you will see. This is no gimmick, it is really cross-platform. I will not even know that David is playing on a PC because the interface is pretty the same, the odd is pretty the same, gameplay style is pretty the same as well. So we really conceived and designed this game with a cross-platform philosophy. So actually I'm launching the game as Dave is doing.
Now we have no idea what cards are going to come up, so it's going to be quite boring. But again, we have live demos behind you. You get to see all the cards.
So actually I'm logging in with my Uplay account. You will see that the game reacts perfectly on both devices. So now I pick up my hero. I will improve the might.
It feels like Inferno in here. You're on my turf.
Yeah, I pick up a card. Actually, it's a spell, so I put it in the column in the middle. And you see that it reacts pretty at the same time. So this is no fake. This is a real cross-platform gaming. It's your turn, Dave.
About time. All right. So each time you get your turn, you basically can choose to either level up your might, your spells, or we also have in this game destinies. Destinies work similar to spells, but they usually don't incorporate any type of damage. So it's more manipulation of the battlefield rather than actual causing damage to creatures or causing damage to the opponent. Right now, we're just going to put some creatures on the board. And I'll bring out a really weak unit, but they'll still be able to hit them.
And at the same time, I'm seeing what Dave is doing on the iPad.
All right, Space Elephant, show me your worst. Bring it on, Elephant! Show me some peanuts.
So just have to roll over with my finger. Yeah, I choose this creator, and I will. So you can see that here, there's no creature blocking me. Same for Dave. So we can't attack my hero right now, and I can't attack his right now as well.
Well, you have to wait one turn.
Yeah.
I get to attack you this turn. And now, it's usually not this simplistic. It's just right now you're in the beginning first turn, so we don't have any creatures laid out. But as it goes into about turn 7 or 8, that's where the playing on the battlefield and where you place certain creatures really does matter. Because certain creatures will have sometimes sweep attacks, which hit diagonally, and some will have some that hit the back row, so it gets a lot more complex. Should we just kind of end it there? Because it's quite hot.
Yeah.
So that concludes our cross-platform.
You didn't even let me the chance to attack your hero.
Well, this way I win. See, I'm at 20, you're at 19.
Okay.
I can't lose.
That's fine.
Kinda cheap.
So
what else do we have? We've done that.
yeah.
And now?
What about now? The game is actually in closed beta in France. So if you're from France, you can access the website, download the client, and try the game. It's also available in Poland. I don't know if some of you guys are from Poland, but since yesterday night, it's available in closed beta in Poland. We also have beta keys for you guys to try it. And of course it will be available in a few weeks in an open beta stage. Same thing for the iPad. Actually it's an unfinished version, but we'll improve it with times with all the players' feedback. It's really important to us to have your feedback, have the feedback from the community, to improve the game, improve the balancing and stuff. So we'll keep you updated about any other information coming up. So,
And sorry,